What is up, people? Welcome back to Subnautica. Well, it has been a couple of days since we last played, but I made my way back to where we left off in the last episode. This time, however, hopefully, completely repaired.
What are you?
Holy shit, I have a better question for you. What are you? And I obviously meant prepared, not repaired. With everything we could possibly need down here, since we came totally unprepared in the last episode. Now, it's been a couple of days since we last played, due to me being incredibly sick, actually getting sicker and weaker as the days gone past. So I decided to do the right thing and just stay off the computer for a while and take my much needed rest. And I finally feel back on the up and up, so here's the hope that we're actually able to uncover everything this place holds secret in this episode. Now, let's perform a self-scan, because I think I totally glossed over that in the last episode. See how bad our conditions are.
Self-scan complete. Bacterial infection has spread to the skin and pulmonary system. Medical report recorded to data bank. It is imperative you find a way to neutralize the infection.
Oh shit. Yep, here we go. The Kara is spreading, just like my flu was the last couple of days. It actually peaked in a massive fever before it actually started to get better. But regardless of all that, there is a room down here that we couldn't get access to in the last episode. This time, however, I brought the purple tablet, which will grant us access. Before we do that, however, let's see what that data entry was. Bacterial infection report. You have been infected with a previously unknown waterborne bacterium. It is currently multiplying in your bloodstream. Estimated incubation time 2 weeks. Your immune system is currently combating the infection at low efficiency. You may already be experiencing flu-like symptoms and skin irritations. These will likely be exacerbated as the bacterium takes hold. Your immediate priority should be abatement and eradication of the infection. Recommended steps: salvage further alien research data on a possible vaccine. Investigate the mechanisms which have enabled the indigenous ecosystem to inhibit the symptoms of the infection. Alright. In short terms, we have to find a way to get rid of the infection. Alright, hold on. Let me toggle off the typographical map here and insert purple tablet. Let's see.
Integrating new PDA data.
Specimen research data. A catalog of information on the organisms previously contained within the alien facility. A number of entries have been translated. Small herbivore gamma. This entry seems to reference the common peeper, shows no immunity to infection. Death commonly occurs within 4 days. Shows symptoms reminiscent on exposure to enzyme 42, but symptoms quickly recur. Shows advanced learning behaviors. Shows some capacity to transmit enzymes to other specimens. Leviathan embryos. Adult specimen too large to study in containment ag, specimens acquired from nesting site. Embryos show no signs of immunity. Death commonly occurs within 3 weeks. Small sample of eggs has been retained for continued high priority research on Leviathan hatching mechanisms. Large carnivore of beta. Offsite lab established to study remains. Shows some potential for immunity to infection, but physically remains so far proved insufficient for full reconstruction. Unidentified Leviathan. This Leviathan species has been assigned designator Sea Emperor. Bone samples from Emperor specimens indicate some potential for Kara immunity. Oh, look at that. Simple specimen
30
captured
seconds.
for study at purpose-built containment facility constructed in volcanic region at depth of 1.4 kilometers. Assessment: while it is unlikely that the Emperor specimen is still contained within the facility described, it may be possible to acquire further data there.
Oxygen.
Alright, hold on 1 second. Data there on the aliens' attempts to develop a vaccine. So, we have to go deeper once again. Finding a facility all the way down 1400 meters deep. Now, given that our CMOP is currently only able to go about 900 meters, that means we eventually have to... What the fuck was that? We eventually have to get our hands on the prawn suit to go even deeper. But I'm sure that there will still be many secrets for us to uncover. Okay, this looks promising, to say the least. Seems like we haven't been here. I mean, obviously we've seen... Oh wow, it's getting really hot. Now we've seen that fossil right there. And then there's... Ooh, shiny. There's multiple routes we can take. Oh yeah. Haven't forgotten about you yet. Hello, beautiful. Let's actually get out and scan this thing. Giant cove tree. A vast tree encountered in a deep cove and the only one of its kind encountered on the planet. The tree is surrounded by rays grazing on its pink outer leaves. Bark. A hardy, fast-growing bark covers the outside of the tree. Minuscule organisms inhabit the notches in the surface. Ghost Leviathan eggs. The tree's branches are wrapped around a number of maturing eggs belonging to the species designated Ghost Leviathan. This tree appears to be an ancient nesting ground. The eggs were laid when the tree was young. Now the branches protect and grow with them as they await the right conditions to hatch. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. Truly a beautiful sight to behold. And just think about how long all of this will take to grow. And how long one Ghost Leviathan egg needs to hatch. If it was laid there when the tree was still young and, well, pretty much short at that point in time. Oh, look at these ghost rays. Beautiful creatures. Come on. There we go. ghost ray. This ray species has adapted to deep sea conditions. Its body is fully protected by translucent skin, and its large wings are capable of generating considerable thrust. Poisonous flash. As is common for rays on 4546b, the ghost ray's flesh is inedible, making it one of the more resilient herbivores. Feeding behavior. Feeds on plant matter that has settled on the ground in deep sea caverns. Truly beautiful.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
You know, come to think of it, how is it that the most beautiful things are most of the time also the most dangerous ones? Not taking the ghost rays into account, but take the ghost leviathan, for example. It's incredibly beautiful to look at, but one of the most dangerous beings to ever swim in the waters of planet 4546b.
Seek fluid intake.
Oh damn, did I bring water? I did.
Vital signs stabilizing.
God damn, good thing I actually prepared this time. I didn't think it would take that long. Oh, here we go. I think that's the right one. This could be another entrance. I think that's the spot. Okay, let's see. What do we have here? Ancient skeleton. Ancient fossilized skeleton. The skeleton of a million-year-old armored carnivore. Projections suggest this life form will have been larger than any living creature encountered on the planet. The oceans of the time will have been very different to support life forms of this size, with more open geography and many more individuals in the Leviathan range. Yeah. Ancient beasts. That is for sure. Yep. That is the place I had in mind. It's the last location. There's more alien tags, so let's go ahead and see if we can scan this actually. Surprisingly, we can't. One sec. Any chance we're able to scan these? Yeah, alien sensor. The prominence and facing of these alien devices suggests there are some kind of probe or sensor. The subject will seem to be the vast skeleton in the center of the cavern. The attached cable network may lead to a remote power station or data hub. Assessment, investigate. So if we follow this all the way around, we will then find ourselves at the entrance of another very important place. Oh, God, thank God. I didn't know if I need that thing or not. Alright. Let's see what all of this is about. Alien bone specimen case. Lots of things to scan here. Mixed Leviathan fossils. These fossils likely came from the ancient ancestors of the Leviathans which inhabit the planet today. The relative size and delicacy of the bones suggest they formed part of the air canal or some other complex eternal structure. Alright, yeah. Pretty much looks that way. Gosh, just take that size in for a second. That is probably longer than a human, like the average male human. Alien flora specimen case. Local plants being held in stasis, the aliens evidently sought an extensive knowledge of the planet's ecosystem, which would have been necessary to support any live specimen research. Yep. They definitely try to find out what makes this ecosystem tick in order to find a vaccine to the Kara. They went above and beyond for that. Amoebite? A simple non-sentient organism found attached to land with high levels of fossilized organic matter. It feeds on this matter until it reaches maturity, at which point it divides to create two new genetically identical offspring, and the cycle continues. Interesting. Alien research equipment. A large laboratory table and accompanying scanners incorporate technologies far beyond our current level of understanding. Hypothesis. Holy fuck. Equipment maintenance, staff maintenance, specimen analysis, specimen gene manipulation. Oh, it's talking about that thing too. And on top of that table, we found yet another cuttlefish egg, which we'll obviously take to bring home to have our little cuttlefish a body to play with.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Wonder how he's doing. Home alone. Hopefully he isn't doing too much nonsense. Crab claw kelp. A blue-tipped kelp species which tends to grow in or near to acidic brine pools on the ocean floor. These brine pools are hazardous to most life forms. However, the crab claw has adapted by developing a thick, inflexible root system which can withstand the environment, and which raises the sensitive blue feeding nodules above the level of the brine. Or brine. I wonder... No, unfortunately, we cannot get any samples to plant in our alien containment. How unfortunate. I will take some ion cubes, though. Okay. Apparently... that'll be it. Except for this data terminal.
Integrating new PDA data.
Fauna reproductive data, extensive alien research data on the local fauna, with a special focus on their reproductive methods. Core conclusions have been synthesized. The aliens discovered the life forms on the planet have just one sex. They observed local organisms engaging in asexual reproduction. All healthy individuals tested were capable of egg laying. Eggs usually require genetic material from another of the species. In rare case, only one parent was required. With evolutionary mutation introduced by the effects of the environment itself, research appears to have been focused around hatching conditions and genetic variations between parent and child. We're learning so much stuff about the ecosystem today. Did not expect that to that extent. But I think that's it for the Lost River, if I'm being honest. Now, I could be wrong. So we'll definitely check out that other cavern. There's an exit right there leading to the blood kelp. But just to be sure, we'll go and check over here as well. Which way was it? Frick me. Oh dude, this place is hell. It's purgatory, if anything. Yeah, no, this is the way out. So this is it for the Lost River. For now, that is. That's a ghost ray. No, not a ghost ray. Brick. What's your fucking name again, dude? I have bad memory. Alien data. You know, this is gonna piss me off if I don't fucking look for it. Hold on. I'm getting there. I promise. No, wait. Where is it? Jelly ray. Yeah. Dude, I'm so bad at remembering things nowadays. I'm getting old. And that is terrifying. Not even joking. It's also pretty late. It's like 4 in the morning. Oh, look how close we were to the Lost River last time. When we checked out the proposed gassy habitat. Oh, hi there. Yeah, great. That is exactly what I needed right now. I'm gonna fuck you up if you come close to me. If you come near me, I'll fuck you day up. And we have a problem. That asshole drained the freaking battery of our Seamoth. We have to go home ASAP. So let's just hope the battery holds, because if not, well, we're screwed. We can make that with like 1%. So let's cross our fingers that we can make it home. Okay, try to get our bearings. Now what we're gonna do next is pretty simple actually. We will grab ourselves a coffee and a little snack just to relax and, you know, chill for a second. Very nice. And now we're gonna listen to some radio messages. And we're gonna do that because we need to propel the story forward. It's long overdue, let's face it. Now I'm gonna take out all the batteries. I'm gonna swap them out. So I'm gonna take the 2 new ones and I'm gonna throw in the other ones. There we go. Yeah. Now we can reload all the batteries and have completely powered equipment again. Just to be sure.
This is Avery Quinn of Trading Ship Sunbeam. Aurora, do you read? Over?
We do read.
Nothing but vacuum. These Altera ships. They run low on engine grease, send an SOS, you offer to help, they don't pick up. Aurora, I'm out on the far side of the system. It's gonna take more than a week to reach your position. Do you still need our assistance? Over.
We absolutely do.
I'll try them again tomorrow. Damn charter's gonna have us blowing our credits running errands for Altera. See what the long-range scans pick up in the meantime.
Okay. Anything else? No. Okay. While we wait for another broadcast to come in, we'll actually go ahead and plant some deep shrooms. Let's see if that grows. Don't know if it does, but we can hope. So we have our deep rooms growing there. Where would that blood vine be? Huh? Consider me confused, but where is that blood vine growing, huh? I actually don't see it. Now, whatever. It's either gonna grow or it doesn't. We'll see it soon enough. But now we can actually go ahead and use the deep shrooms whenever we need them for any recipe. And I actually had hoped that the blood vine will grow in here. Oh, it does! That's so cool. And that will produce the blood kelp. Oh, the you know, the thingies. Fucking, you know, the stuff that we need for the benzene. So we don't have to go all the way back to the blood kelp just to pick that up. With that though, let's go ahead and take a well-needed rest. Just grab some sleep. And once we're rested, we'll see how things have progressed in terms of the broadcasts. There's also these live pods we still need to go to. But I think there's going to be a few more coming in. Live pod 3, live pod 13. That's it for the moment. Let's go ahead and take well-deserved sleep. Just catch some Z's. Oh yeah. Oh, that was necessary. It's daylight. There we go. Let's hope that's Avery Quinn. Let's actually go ahead and hurry to the radio. Holy shit, that stuff has grown quick. Didn't expect that.
This is Life Pod 6. I have a passenger on board. Coordinates attached. We've landed a kilometer from the crash site, but there's radiation in between us and the rendezvous. Request immediate assistance. 6 out.
Signal coordinates corrupted. Approximate transmission origin recorded to data bank.
Okay, so the data is actually corrupted because we've already visited that. But it's still like in queue, so it's gonna be displayed regardless. It's just gonna be there. It's just not gonna be like on our UI. Yep. Alright. That's actually pretty cool. Now let's see what else is there to make. We could make the repulsion cannon, but I don't see the point in that. Swim charge fins aren't necessary either. Cyclops def module. Yeah, we have the Mark III def module for the Seamorph, so that is definitely unnecessary. The prawn suit def module, however, is gonna be another thing we have to grind for. We haven't come across any kyanite though. Titanium, lithium, that's all not that big of a deal. But kyanite is a mystery so far. Now if we take a look at the vehicle upgrade station, there should be a recipe for the Mark 1. I'm pretty interested to find out what that could be. Just a plasteel ingot, nickel ore, and ruby. Now, that sucks, because I have to go back and grab more nickel from the Lost River. Well, at least I know it's not too far. We have the ruby. Yeah, we have everything else. And we need some diamond. We got the benzene. Yeah, everything else is pretty easy to make. I also need more crystalline sulfur. Yeah, more nickel and crystalline sulfur for the jump jet upgrades and the Mark 1 upgrade. What is it for the prawn suit itself then? Kinda need to know. Enamel glass, aerogel, plasteel ingot, diamond and lead. That is not too difficult to make. In fact, I have most of this stuff ready to go. I think we have the plasteel ingots still in the one locker, because I made that by accident. Let's go ahead and check that. We have one plasteel, but I do have enough lithium, I suppose, to make another one. I do. So that's not too bad. We can easily make that. You know, for the sake of ending the video on a good note, let's go ahead and make the prawn suit. Now, we need to aerogel. Aerogel is not too difficult, actually. Alright, now that we have all of that, we need to head up here to our mobile vehicle bay. Come on. Get up there. There we go. And that's the prawn suit.
It is normal when first piloting a prawn suit to feel a sense of limitless power.
Oh, I wonder why.
Operators receive weeks of training to counteract this phenomenon. You will have to make do with self-discipline.
Oh, look at him going down. Hold on. We need to change that UI. Where are you? Big guy. There we go. Have it nice and tidy. Just the way they likes it.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Oh, that has such a nice ring to it. Hell yeah, dude. That's awesome. Let's go. I feel ready to punch some Leviathans. But what will a prawn suit be without a proper overhaul, right? So, with that being the Faible Mark 1, you absolutely have to be the Faible Mark 2. And for your base color, I think we're gonna go with the same color scheme. Black outer shell. A goldish-like name. The interior is gonna be purple, as well as the stripe being purple. Ooh, that is a nice deep purple. Hold on. I love that we have that now. Okay, we got another radio message. Hold on, let's check that real quick. And our little second cuttlefish actually just hatched. You can actually see a difference in size. I actually didn't believe that was a thing. Very cool. I would love to see them interact with each other. See them bond, you know? Becoming buddies.
This is Life Pod 2, coordinates attached.
God
We're
damn
way
it.
past our safe depth and bleeding O2. We'll have to swim for the surface, but it's 500 meters straight up. We'll make for the rendezvous and keep you posted. Out.
Signal location
Just another
uploaded to PDA.
freaking PDA. Or life pod.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Alright, actually, let me go ahead and unpin the prawn suit now that we have that. And get rid of all the unnecessary items in our inventory. We have titanium. Some copper. We got some gold, which is over here. Magnetite, benzene, iron cubes, all that stuff needs to go into, well, most of this stuff needs to go into the rare one. Crystalline sulfur, iron cubes, nickel ore. Then we have equipment, which is the first aid kits. The benzene is a fusion material. And that leaves the lithium. Awesome. I'm gonna swap out the battery one more time. I mean, that's why I've been doing all of this. Might as well make use of it. Boom. Should probably, like, turn the lights off inside. Probably, like, the smartest thing. Do not drain battery. We'll take another nap. And if we wake up and there's not gonna be another call, I think that's our call to end the episode. Although, you know what? I think we're gonna end it regardless. We have plenty of stuff to get to in the next episode. You know, propelling the story forward somewhat, as well as checking out all these life ports all across the planet. But we've been pretty busy exploring and making progress regardless of this story being told to us. And I'm pretty happy with what we've achieved today. We uncovered everything in the Lost River. We've uncovered the way to go for us, which is deeper down, 1400 meters down to be exact. And that is something we have to tackle after a lot of preparation. You know, getting the death modules for the Faible Mark II. But all of that is a story for another video. And with all that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I hope you're still as supportive as before when it comes to this playthrough. I've been having a blast playing through Subnautica. And having you guys by my side is just even more thrilling and exciting. So I'm looking forward to the next part. And I hope you do too. In case you want to stay up to date, please be sure to hit the subscribe button on your way out. There will be a couple of videos, or at least one video, at the end of this video. And I hope to see you guys there. Until then, be good people.